What I really want to tell you is I liked waking up in your blood. I didn't know how to say it at the time, so I didn't. I tried to be polite instead and cover myself with your blanket as I kissed you good morning so you wouldn't see the dried red smears down my thighs and arms and across my, well, okay, there was no way to hide my face from you, and you knew. You knew I was covered. You knew it was all over your pale yellow sheets. You knew I was trying not to bring it up, and that I was definitely going to need a shower soon. But what you might not have known, because I didn't tell you, was that realizing that you did this to me without warning or apology was really, really hot. It helps that the whole night was hot. I was in Chicago for only 24 hours. I met you at your rugby scrimmage. I cheered for you and watched Femme, Butch, and Andrew women in stripy socks and ripped uniforms try to knock you down as you tumbled past each other on the field. I went out for ice cream with you. I tried to gauge everything, your sexuality, your availability, your possible interest in me by analyzing and overanalyzing every single tiny story you told or movement you made. And by the time I was taking off my pants and climbing into the other side of your king-size bed, I still didn't know if we were going to be straight girlfriends, bisexual fuck buddies, or someone get us a U-Haul immediately please lesbian lovers. I also wasn't sure if I'd given you clues yet that any of these would have been just fine with me. Really, my work's portable. I can move. You turned off the light and climbed under the thick blanket with me, and your room was pitch black dark. But I grinned when I saw a tiny reflection where I figured your eyes should be, letting me know they were wide open. Your nose was a few inches from mine, so I made some snuzzly, yawning, cuddly motions that held a nice ambiguous space between getting comfortable and showing affection, and my nose was touching your cheek by the time I stopped. We folded into each other slowly after that, nuzzling our lips into a kiss, and our hands into a hug, and then a grope. You took the lead, thank God. I was a guest, after all, and I wasn't quite sure if it was okay for me to take advantage of you in your own bed. But then your mouth found my tit, and your hand crept over my cunt and held me warmly, and I relaxed and started to enjoy both our bodies more fully. I knew you had to work in the morning. You knew I'd be on a plane back to California soon after. There was no lie about us having time to go slow. It was dark, really dark, and your cunt was wet when I found it with my fingers. I let them slip in and rub your G-spot directly the way you'd already started to do in mine. But it was an awkward position we were in, and eventually I pulled myself off of you to get down on my knees and lick. I saw you briefly take my hand and look at it while I was shifting. But it was too dark to see anything except shadows, and you didn't pause long. I suppose that should have been my clue, but you didn't say anything more about it. So I buried my face as deeply inside you as I could.